will you please welcome your host, Anthony Davis. Welcome to Stakeout, TV's ruthless quiz show, where each player brings £250 into the studio with which to play the game. The players have to pick on each other to survive. They have to take risks to win. Losers are eliminated, but winners can keep on winning, turning their starting stake of £250 into many thousands of pounds. 4 players, all confident they've got what it takes to go all the way. Let's meet them and their supporters who have brought that £250 into the studio. Good to see you. Your name is?
My name's Alan, and I'm from St Helens in Lancashire.
Hi there, Alan. Let me take the money from you, please.
Certainly.
That's £250 to play the game. Who have you brought with you, supporting you today?
I've got 3 work colleagues of mine from the Manchester area, and from left to right, we've got Claire, Justin and Sally.
Marvellous. So who's running the shop at the moment, then?
I've no idea.
OK, well, let's hope it's all right. Enjoy playing Stakeout. Hi there, your name is?
I'm Chris.
Hi there, Chris. Welcome to the programme. Let me take that from you.
Sure.
£250 straight away to play the game. Where have you come from?
I'm from Buckinghamshire.
Buckinghamshire, very nice. And who have you got here?
I've got my partner, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Kevin on the right.
Kevin on the right.
That's my best mate.
Is that your surname?
Yeah.
Kevin on the right. All right, well, nice to meet you, and enjoy playing the
Thanks
game.
a lot.
All right. Well, of course, always. Gina, welcome back. And you're putting more money back in, aren't you?
Yes.
You are, so go on, give it to me. £250, you can afford it now, let's face it.
Just about.
You are our current champion, of course. And how do you think she's doing?
Very well so far.
Yeah, proud of her?
I certainly am.
Proud to be the friend?
Very proud.
Right, all right. Well, enjoy the show, and I'm sure you'll do well. Finally, your name is?
Mike from Bristol.
Mike from Bristol, very good. And let me take the cash, please.
Sure.
That's very important, £250, so that you can play the game. Who have you brought with you?
I brought my friend and colleague, Russell.
Hi there, Russell. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, going to keep your fingers crossed for him?
Definitely.
Good, that's good. All right, well, I've got £1,000 of our contestants' money, so let's play Stakeout. We spoke to their supporters. Let's find out what they had to say.
To sum Alan up, he's arrogant, self-opinionated, but he's also generous, reliable and hedonistic. Alan is absolutely quiz-tastic.
Chris is really good at quizzes. I play in the same quiz team as him, and we call him a professor. Chris is very generous with money, particularly with bookmakers, but also with his friends when he's got it. I think Chris will gamble. He'll play some big stakes if he gets a chance, and he'll try and knock his opponents out early.
I think he'll do quite well at Stakeout. He's an ex-general manager of a casino, so he's very good at tactical bidding, very knowledgeable guy. Mike will look very nervous, but he'll be very, very cool under pressure.
Now, each player came to the studio with £250. We're going to match that with another £250, giving them a starting stake of £500. The aim of the game, as always, is to bankrupt the other players, win their cash and stay on as a champion. Plenty of chances for you to win and lose your cash. We start with All In. I'm going to ask you 4 questions with 3 possible answers. A stake of £75 is taken from each of you, which means there's £300 up for grabs on every question. Whoever answers correctly splits the pot. Here comes your first question. In War's Brideshead Revisited, which character had a teddy called Aloysius? A. Charles Ryder, B. Sebastian Flight, or C. Mr. Samgrass? Select your answer now, please. The answer I was looking for was, of course, B. Sebastian Flight. You all get that right. You all get your stake back. Here comes question 2. The carotid arteries are major blood vessels in which part of the body? A. Neck, B. Calves, or C. Wrists? Select your answer now. The answer I was after is A, neck. 3 of you get that right. Chris, you're the only one getting it wrong that time. All right, here comes question 3. On which continent did the sport of lacrosse originate? Was it A, Asia, B, North America, or C, Australasia? Select your answer now. The answer we're after there is B, North America. 3 of you get that right. Just Gina, our champion, getting it wrong that time. Don't let the side down, Gina. All right, here comes question 4. What is the name of the avenue in Washington, D.C. on which the White House is sited? Is it A, Carolina Avenue, B, Virginia Avenue, or C, Pennsylvania Avenue? Select your answers now, please. The answer I was looking for was C, Pennsylvania Avenue. Of course, you all get that right. You all get your steak back. Well done. Very good indeed. Let's just get a recap of the money amounts at the moment. Gina, our champion, you've dropped down to £450. It's not so good, but still smiling. That's OK. Chris, you've got 450 as well, which is OK. Alan, you've got 550, along with Mike, also on £550. That's how the cash totals stand. Now we give the players a chance to take money from the bank in cashing in. Each player gets one chance to cash in. We ask them a question, but do not give them the 3 possible answers. Before I tell them those answers, they've got to decide how much of their money to stake on getting it right. Get it right, they double their stake. Get it wrong, and the other players get a chance to win that stake from them. Now, Alan, we'll start with you. As you have the most money, here comes the question. In Carla Lane's Butterflies, what was the name of Ria's admirer? That's the question. How much are you prepared to stake on getting it right, please, Alan? You're holding £550 right now.
I'll just go £150.
£150. All right, here are the 3 possible answers. A, Leonard, B, Jeffrey, or C, Ben. Select your answer now. You've chosen A, Leonard, which is correct. Well done, you doubled your stake. Mike, you tied with Alan there. You both had £550, so you get a chance to go. Here's the question. Which Friends star appeared in the feature film comedy 3 to Tango? That's the question. How much are you going to stake on getting it right, please, Mike?
All of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
OK, well, here are the 3 possible answers. A, Matt LeBlanc, B, David Schwimmer, or C, Matthew Perry. Select your answer now, please. You've chosen C, Matthew Perry, which is correct. Well done. Chris, it's time now for your cashing in question. Here it is. Which vegetables grow on an eggplant? That's the question. How much are you going to stake on getting it right?
I'll stake it all.
Stake it all, taking a big risk, a little bit like Mike over there. Well, that's OK. The whole lot goes on this. Here are the 3 possible answers. A, artichokes, B, pumpkins, or C, aubergines. Select your answer now, please. You've chosen C, aubergines, which is correct. Very well done. Gina, it's time for your cashing in question. You're holding £450 at the moment. You're going to have to push that up. Here it comes. Which sport is played according to the Hurlingham rules?
God.
That's the question. How much are you going to stake on getting it right?
What was that again? Hurlingham?
On the Hurlingham rules, that's right. How much on getting it right? You've got £450
50.
right now.
50.
Just £50,
Yeah.
all right? That's OK. Here are the 3 possible answers. A, bowls, B, polo, or C, badminton. Select your answer now, please, Gina. Seems like you're taking a bit of a guess there, but that's OK. You've chosen B, polo, which is correct. Very well done.
I didn't know.
All right, let's do a cash update, find out who has got what in the money stakes. Gina, our champion, you're still on £500, which is the way you started the game. Alan, you're just ahead there with £700. Chris, you've got £900, but pushing ahead is Mike with £1,100. Well, that's how it stands at the moment. We will be continuing, of course, from here in just a couple of minutes. Join us then. Welcome back to Stakeout. Let's see what's in those cash pots at the moment. Gina, you've got £500. That's pretty much where you were when you started. Alan, £700 there. Chris, you've got £900, but ahead is Mike with £1,100. We've 4 players still in the game. That's 2 too many. We'll play face-off. This is where Stakeout becomes personal, as it's time for our players to pick on each other. I'm going to ask each of them in turn to select a player to play against, a question category to play with, and a stake to play for. We'll play face-off until only 2 players remain. Now, Mike, as you're in the lead, you get to go first. Pick a player, pick a category, and pick a stake. The most you can play for is everything your opponent has, as long as you can match it. So who's it going to be?
Gina.
playing against Gina. And now a category, please, Mike, from the following. You've got food, movies, history, geography or literature on the board. What's it going to be?
Movies.
Movies, and now an amounts to play for. Gina holds £500. You can match that, so you can take as much as you like.
200.
For £200. All right, here comes the face-off between Mike and Gina. It's for £200. Stand by on your buzzers, please. Here comes the question. Which Bond villain kills his victims with a razor-edged... Gina.
Jaws.
Time out, I'm afraid, Mike. I can offer it to you. I'll read the full question to you, then you can buzz in if you know. Which Bond villain kills his victims with a razor-edged bowler hat? Yes?
Odd Job.
It is Odd Job. Well done in Goldfinger. Very good for £200. Well, Chris, it's time now for your face-off, so please choose a player to play against.
I'll play with Gina as well.
You can play with Gina, all right. And now a category from the following. You've got food, history, geography or literature.
Try geography.
Geography, and now an amounts to play for. She holds £300.
Try 200.
£200. All right, here comes the face-off between Chris and Gina. It's for £200. Stand by on the buzzers. Here's the question. In which country is the city of Durban? Chris.
South Africa.
It is South Africa. Well done for £200. All right, Alan, it's time for your face-off now. So who are you playing against, please?
I'll play Chris.
You can play Chris and a category from the following. Just 3 left on the board. Food, history or literature?
I'll go for food.
For food, and now how much are you going to play for? Chris holds 1,100. You've only got 700, so you can only take that much.
We'll just go 150 for now.
£150. Here comes the face-off. It's between Alan and Chris. Stand by on the buzzers. Here's the question. Which ancient British tipple was made from fermented honey? Chris.
Mead.
Mead it is. Well done. Honey and water. Very good indeed. All right, Gina, it's time for your face-off. And you only have £100 there, so you really do need to get this right if you can. Who are you playing against, please?
I'll try Alan.
Try Alan. And now a category from the following. History and literature is all that's left to you.
Literature.
Literature and an amounts to play for.
£50.
£50. That's all right. OK, here comes the face-off. It's between Gina and Alan. It's for £50. Here's the question. Who wrote The Stud and Holly... Alan.
Jackie Collins.
Jackie Collins. Well done. You take £50 from Gina there. We're going to refresh the category board as everyone's played a face-off. And we start now with Mike again, so please choose a player to play against.
Gina.
Play against Gina. And now a category. You've got 5 new categories, Mike, to choose from. TV, sports, pop, politics or science and nature.
TV.
TV and an amounts to play?
50.
Don't be shy about that. It's £50. Gina, you know this. You've got to get it right. You're a current champion. It would be nice to retain the title, I'm sure.
Well.
So let's see what happens. All right, it's a face-off between Mike and Gina. Here's the question. I am not a number. I am a... Gina.
The Prisoner.
The Prisoner. Well done. I'm not a number. I'm a free man. It was Patrick McGowan's catchphrase. Chris, it's time now for your face-off. Who are you playing?
To be Gina again, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's all right. And now a category from the following, Chris. Sport, pop, politics or science and nature?
Try sport.
Sport and an amounts to play for.
Gina's 100.
Gina's £100. Here comes the face-off between Chris and Gina for Gina's £100. Here's the question. With which sport is American Gina?
Oh, God, I didn't mean to press. Babe Ruth. Baseball.
Not the answer we're after. Chris, I'll read the full question to you. Buzz in if you know the answer. Here it comes. With which sport is American Babe Ruth most closely associated? Yes?
Baseball.
It is baseball, absolutely, for £100. Sorry, Gina, wasn't quite quick enough there. And it looks like, I'm afraid, that Chris has just taken that last amount of money that you had. Well, you are a current champion holding £3,450. That's what you banked, so you're not walking away with nothing, but it is now time, unfortunately, for you to leave Stakeout.
Well, in this game, I think I was just too slow. When I saw the other 3 contestants, I was a bit disappointed there wasn't another woman, because I was up against 3 men. Well, I just thought, you know, it'd be nice to have another woman on as well, because when I did my first show, that was me and Meg. But I just thought, well, I'll just go for it. And I must admit, I did think the questions were more geared towards men.
Well, we continue with face-off. Alan, it's your turn to go. So who are you playing against?
I'll try Mike.
Try Mike. And now a category, please, Alan, from the following. You have pop, politics or science and nature.
We'll go for pop.
Pop. And how much are you playing for?
250.
£250. It's a face-off. It's between Alan and Mike for £250. Here's the question. The name of which 1950s songstress is now commonly used... Alan.
Ruby Murray.
Well done. Ruby Murray, yes. Now commonly used as rhyming slang for a curry is what we were after for £250. Very good. Well, let's refresh the category board right now. And, Mike, it's your turn to go. So who are you playing against?
Alan.
Playing against Alan, and a category from the following: food, movies, history, geography or literature.
Movies.
Movies. And how much are you playing for, Mike?
£250.
£250. Here comes the face-off between Mike and Alan for £250. Stand by on the buzzers. Here's the question. Which private dancer starred... Alan.
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner starred as the acid queen in the rock film Tommy. Very well done. Chris, it's time for your face-off. Are you ready?
Yep.
You're going to choose a player?
I'll try Mike, I think.
OK, and now a category from the following: food, history, geography or literature.
Try geography again.
And how much are you playing for?
Play for 300.
£300. It's a face-off between Chris and Mike for £300. Here's the question. From which city in the north of England do Novocastrians... Chris?
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Very well done for £300. Alan, it's time for your face-off. Who are you playing against?
We'll go for Mike.
All right, and now a category from the following: food, history or literature.
I'll go for literature.
All righty, and now how much are you playing for?
We'll try 200.
£200. Here comes the face-off between Alan and Mike. Listen carefully, here's the question. In 1956, which Jersey-based zoologist wrote... Alan.
Gerald Durrell.
Gerald Durrell wrote My Family and Other Animals. Very well done. We're going to refresh the category board right now. Mike, it's your turn to go again. Who are you playing against?
Alan.
Playing against Alan, and now a category. You've got TV, sport, pop, politics or science and nature.
TV.
TV. Now, you're only holding £250 at the moment, Mike. It's not ideal, so you're going to have to push that up. How much are you going to stake on getting it right?
200.
£200. All right, well, here comes the face-off. It's between Mike and Alan for £200. Here's the question. Which 60s pop star went on to become TV's budgie in... Mike.
Adam Faith.
Adam Faith in the 1970s. Well done for £200. Chris, it's your face-off now. Who are you playing against?
I'll try Alan, actually.
Try Alan, and a category from the following: sport, pop, politics or science and nature.
Try pop.
Pop. Very good. And how much are you going to play for?
300.
£300 of Alan's money if you win. Here comes the face-off between Chris and Alan. Mel B's daughter shares her... Chris.
Phoenix.
Phoenix, very good. Shares her name with which mythical bird is what I was after. Very good indeed. Phoenix Chi is her name. Alan, it's time for your face-off. Who are you playing against?
Mike.
And a category from the following: sports, politics or science and nature. You can see there on the board. What do you fancy?
Go for science and nature.
Science and nature, and an amount to play for.
£250.
£250. If you get this right, all right, well, here comes the face-off between Alan and Mike for £250. Here's the question. If you suffered from scurvy in... Mike.
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C. If you suffered from scurvy, in which vitamin would you be lacking? I was asking. Very good. All right, let's refresh the category board now. And, Mike, it's your turn to go with a face-off. So who are you playing?
Alan.
All right, and now a category from the following: food, movies, history, geography or literature.
Movies.
Movies, and how much are you playing for?
£250.
£250. If you get this right, listen very carefully, both of you. Here comes your face-off. What's up, Doc, is a catch... Mike.
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny is right. A catchphrase associated with which cartoon rabbit, I was going to say. Chris, it's your face-off now. You're looking very relaxed there, sitting back in your chair. Is it not like that?
Not at
You're
all.
falling apart inside? All right, well, let's see if we can do something about that. Who are you going to play against?
I'll play with Alan, I think.
Play Alan, and a category, please, Chris, from the following: food, history, geography or literature.
I'll try literature, I think.
Literature, and how much are you playing for?
I'll play for Alan's 300.
Alan's £300. Well, this could be it for you, Alan. He's going to try and play you out the game if he gets this right. It's a face-off between Chris and Alan for Alan's last £300 if he's right. Here's your face-off. The works of which popular novelist include Polo and... Alan.
Jilly Cooper.
Jilly Cooper is right. Well done for £300. You're in the game. You're up to £600, and it's time for your face-off. So who are you playing against?
I'll go for Mike.
Mike, alrighty, and category, please, Alan, from food, history and geography.
Geography, please.
Geography you're playing for, and how much are you going to play?
Let's go 250.
£250 again. All right, well, here comes the face-off between Alan and Mike. Stand by on your buzzers, both of you. Here's your question. Which affluent area of London's West End is bordered by Mike?
Mayfair.
Very good. Bordered by Oxford Street, Regent Street, Piccadilly and Park Lane, I was going to say. Well, we're going to refresh the category board right now. Mike, you get a chance to go. Very well interrupted there, I have to say. Very well interrupted indeed. It's your turn to pick a player.
Alan.
Playing against Alan, and a category. 5 new ones to choose from. Food, movies, history, geography or literature. What do you want?
Movies.
Movies again. You're a big fan of the movies, it seems. All right, and now how much are you playing for?
200.
£200 of Alan's money. Here comes the face-off. Stand by on your buzzers. Here's your question. Who directed and starred in the 1960 film western The Alamo? Well done.
John Wayne.
It was, of course, very good for £200. All right, well, Chris, it's time for yours. So who are you playing against?
It'll have to be Alan's 150.
It'll have to be Alan. And a category, you've got food, history, geography or literature?
Try geography again.
Geography?
Yeah.
You like geography?
Not bad, yeah.
Not bad at all. All right, well, let's see how you do. And how much are you playing for?
I'll play for the 150.
The 150, all right. Alan, he's going to try and take your money. You better be quick to get this right. Here comes the face-off between Chris and Alan. What name is given to a line on a weather chart linking Chris?
Isobar.
Isobar is right. Linking places of equal atmospheric pressure is what we're after. Alan, look at that. You're down to no money. You've been bankrupted by Chris. It's time for you to leave Stakeout.
Obviously, I'm a little disappointed at being knocked out, but I feel I gave it my best and I just wasn't good enough on the day.
Let's take a look at how those cash totals stand right now. Mike, you're holding £1,400, but ahead of you is Chris with £1,800. So, with 2 players left, is that the time already? It seems that we've run out of time for this occasion, but do not worry, we will continue right here at this very tense moment with another Stakeout next time. Join us then.